Let's welcome in our first guest, Alex Mill CEO, Mickey Drexler. I should also note, of course, the longtime legendary CEO of Gap and J. Crew. Mickey, always good to see you. Where are all the shoppers? They're not buying anything.
Well, they probably will. My guess is they're waiting for the prices to drop. I think Black Friday probably started a week or so ago. Everyone seems to be on sale with lots of price cuts, and been a tough go the last month or two.
I have to give you a shout out. I think it was 3 or 4 months ago. You were on Yahoo Finance Live. And you said, Brian, I'm not seeing a lot of good things in retail. And nothing good really has come out of retail since you said that. Margins under pressure, retailers were too much inventory. How do you think this holiday season ultimately shakes out?
It's funny that you said that. I have a lot of people say, why are you so negative? I say, because it's negative out there. I think look, I don't know for sure. It has to be difficult because of the discounts, and Black Friday literally started a week ago with most people. I don't think it's easy to call. My hunch is it will be not a good one, but we'll see. When
will inventories get past their peak? I'm in a Target. I'm in a Walmart. Went yesterday to Roosevelt Field Mall. There's so much inventory in these stores.
They're in the
when
stores,
is it going to go away?
But there's more in the distribution centers. Mm-hmm. Some of the companies are okay. I think it'll go away when the prices get low enough to move the goods. But we all planned too ambitiously for this fall and holiday, and we own the goods. And if you don't make plan, which I don't think many people are, you'll just have the goods stack up.
Who ultimately wins in this environment?
In this environment? Well, last week, I think Walmart won. Trying to think of who else won.
I think that was the first. I've never heard you mention a Walmart.
Well, I don't usually, but I think it's interesting that it was a food win. Mm-hmm. And, they count it as retail, but I think half their business is food. A few others reported, and, a lot of the reporting says they beat estimates, but estimates seem to be very conservative. I don't know who else won, really. I don't recall.
Macy's was a surprise.
A surprise, but again, you have to see the margins, and you have to see how they end up this quarter. November, from what I hear, and we had the same, it's very difficult. And now we're, I guess, I think we're in the second week or third week, but what I hear anecdotally is that people are complaining about business.
Is Black Friday still a big thing?
I think it's been promoted to the nth degree. I think it's almost a cliche, and I don't think it's a big deal, personally. But we don't. I've never been involved in a Black Friday business, so it's a big deal, and TV makes it a bigger deal with lots of people lined up at the store.
We have to keep the lights on, Mickey.
Yeah, right.
We have to keep the lights on.
So,
talk to us about your former employer, Gap. Now, they don't have a permanent CEO in there. Why don't they just give you the gig?
Well, I got into trouble when I saw you last time.
Yes, you did.
So there were a lot of my friends there. I ended up having to apologize to a number of them. So I really can't talk about them.
What's their place? What should they look like?
Well, they should look like Gap looks. I think it's a great opportunity to be the all-American uniform-ish with very fair prices and with good-looking clothes, lots of color. But, everyone needs to look good. Mm-hmm. And, I think they'll do much better. Talk
to us a little about Alex Mill. Why are you still in the game?
Well,
this is in your blood, I imagine.
Yeah, well, the game to me is a hobby and a sport. My son started it about 10 years ago, and I always liked the name, and I liked what I had felt there. I left J. Crew, and I was a little bored. I was on some boards and all that. And then I joined him, and I have Samsak, who was with me for 15 years at Madewell and J. Crew. He quit on the temporary CEO. And so I put them together, and I said, wow, I'm employed again. So I'm in work every day. Because, I don't know what else I do. I don't play golf. I don't sit on the couch much.
But you're You're a bit of a celebrity here. We were sitting over there in the corner. Somebody came over to you completely unprompted, said, hey, Mickey Drexler, you must be Mickey Drexler. I sent an email to you 20 years ago, and you replied. You acknowledged that something was wrong with the product. I don't see a lot of other merchants do that, but give some advice to these retail CEOs who may not be doing that.
Well, you know, most big corporations, it's my personal private opinion, very bureaucratic. You have to touch the team, you have to touch the people, and a lot of them are big shots. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in the Bronx, so I don't love big shots. But I felt like everyone else felt. Please say hello. I work here, and you're important. And I learned what not to do, and I grew up in the Bronx, and that's kind of a place where you respect people, you're ambitious, and you want to be recognized.
What is it like working with your son?
We've worked it out.
Okay.
It's difficult for him, and it was difficult for me, but we've worked things out over the last year. It was not easy.
Before I let you go, I have 30 seconds. Your big prediction this holiday season? Could be a retailer that does well, how things will shake out.
I think huge sales, and I think it's not going to be a very good one. I hope I'm really wrong.
Well, it is always great to get some time with you. Mickey Drexler, thanks for coming out here. I know you're a busy guy, and this is not an easy location per se to get to.
Yeah.
Always nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.